Hello, Pisces and Virgo. Welcome to your Soul Ties Timeless Reading. This is a timeless video, so whether you view this video today, tomorrow, a year from now, 2 years from now, is the most pertinent time that you will actually need these messages, okay? Doesn't matter when you view it because it is timeless. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please subscribe if the messages do resonate with you. Guys, this is not a feel-good reading. This is not a soulmate reading. This is not a love reading. This is soul ties. And a soul tie is a very strong empathic connection that's bound together by two people with lessons in between. Okay, these lessons are meant to grow us and advance us as people. Sometimes these lessons can be quite painful. This is not the feel-good reading. I will not be catering to your feelings as it pertains to this connection. If you're looking for something in that arena, this is not the video for you. If you are a Pisces and Virgo couple and you're happy in your connection, this is also not the reading for you. This reading is for those who are looking for healing and clarity as it pertains to their connection together or separated, because some of you are no longer with this person but are still carrying the wounds, okay, behind this connection. So let's go ahead and get started. For the sake of the reading, your energy will be here. Doesn't matter what sign you are, Virgo, Pisces, Pisces, Virgo. Your energy is here. Your person's energy is here. You can reverse the roles as needed, okay? And as always, guys, take what resonates, leave what does not resonate. I do have a bit of a cold, so I do apologize for that, okay? Let's go ahead and pull a general energy for you. What we have coming out is deception. It says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So what this tells me here is that most of you that were involved in this connection, doesn't matter what sign you were, Virgo, Pisces, Pisces, Virgo, you had a very deceptive way of going about this relationship. Could be that you already answered for this relationship in your karmic path after this relationship. Okay, so I'm reading that the majority of you that were in this deceptive space, okay, you carried this throughout your lifetime. I'm reading that most of you are no longer in this connection because of how strong and deceptive you were in this connection. Reverse the roles as needed. The energy coming out on this side is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So for those of you who you're still in union with this person, could be that you already sense that there's a bit of deception. So already off the bat, I'm going to ask you, if you're sensing a deception in this connection, why are you still here? Now, I am reading for the other person here under this worth waiting for, but again, we're reversing the roles and holding everybody accountable for their role in this connection. So with this worth waiting for card, it talks about divine timing being at work in your love life. Could be that your person here is waiting for something to come in, or it could be they stayed in this connection longer than they should have and they waited on you to change and you didn't make the needed changes, okay? So we're going to put that there. And I can't stress enough, guys, because people have come to me with, inbox concerns and complaints. Like I said, reverse the roles as needed. Doesn't mean that your energy has to be here or there, wherever it's applicable at. But I am reading for the sake of this reading now that this deception card was on your end. Okay, so whatever sign you are, it doesn't matter. There was a lot of deception in this connection as it related to you. And your person, for whatever reason, stayed for it. And I don't know why, but we're about to pull some energy between the two of you to determine what else happened. We have true love coming out. This is the romance of a lifetime. So, very strong love connection coming out on your side here. We have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, you were in love with this person. This person was also in love with you. Very, very strong love here. The pretenses under which you met, though, was very deceptive. Okay, so it could be where you came to this person as someone different. Could be that you presented yourself under different pretenses. I don't know why I'm getting catfish vibes from some of you, where you came through to this person as something different than what you were. Okay, but whatever it was, I'm reading there was a lot of love here. And again, this could be where your person was being deceptive, flip the roles as needed. But either way, this deception was very, very clear on your side here. On the other person's side of the reading, we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So at some point, you guys had a conversation, whether you're in union with this person or not. At some point, I feel like a lot of you did actually reconcile this relationship. We have codependency reversed. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, so it could be where some of you actually went through a bit of codependency issues, one tending to rely on the other heavily. Could have been where some drug addictions might have been involved, mild or severe. But it seems like a lot of you, your person might have kicked these addictions, whether it was, codependency, being too clingy, being too... I don't know why clingy came through for me. Also, maybe coming into a better sense of independence. I feel like this person, your person, had to grow up. Okay? With that codependency coming in on their side, they had a lot of growing up to do. Now, we have a lot to unpack as it comes to the situation. First of all, it is worth noting that Pisces and Virgo are opposites. Okay? So we have 8th house energy with Virgo, and we have 12th house energy. I'm sorry, excuse me, 6th house energy was Virgo and 12th house energy was Pisces, okay? So 6th house energy is the type of professions that you took up, your work life, professionalism. 12th house energy is dreams, okay? That's the dream world, daydreams, it could be a bit more ethereal. So we have one person coming through as being realistic. We have the other person coming through as being a bit in the clouds. Okay, starting on this side though with the true love card, you really did love this person. Could be that you guys spent a long amount of time together, in this connection. But the first lesson that came through with this deception card is that you presented yourself to this person under deceptive pretenses. Now, whether you came to them as something different or not, they still accepted you. But the lesson in that is this. This deception carried throughout your connection here, okay? So whether this was you being deceptive or your person being deceptive, that is really the lesson that is meant to grow you, is that this deception actually carried through the connection and as a result ended the connection. You never get anywhere being deceptive, not being honest, not being open. We have let go of control issues. So it could be on your side of things where you tended to be very controlling throughout this connection, okay? Even though there was a very strong empathic relationship with this person, with this chemistry card coming out and this true love, this is a connection that really honestly could have worked. Okay. But the reason that it didn't work is because at some point in time, with this person depending heavily on you, okay, not being mature enough to take care of themselves, and with you being having a tendency not to be honest, okay, the lack of honesty and the codependency is what ended this connection. Okay, so what is the lesson to actually be learned in this? Well, the biggest lesson for one of you is that as a result of you not being honest in this connection, what ended up happening is that when you left this connection, you carried that karmic cycle with you. Okay, so this is more to do about you than it is the other person. Okay, you never truly mastered the lesson of being honest, open, honest communication, not hiding who and what you are, not keeping things to yourself, being true to the person that you're connected with. You never quite mastered that for some of you. So some of you took this deception, this deceptive energy with you, okay? And again, reverse the roles as needed, okay? But honestly speaking, and I'm just reading what comes out here, your person had a very low view of self, okay? Your person stayed way longer than they should have stayed with this deceptive energy. When they first seen this in you, they should have walked away. When you first seen this in them, you should have walked away, okay? But for whatever reason, y'all kept this connection going, okay? Because of the insecurity that I'm seeing on this side with your person. Again, this could be you. Reverse it as needed, but I am seeing that at some point, whether you're connected with this person currently or not, there's been a reconciliation, there's been a conversation had. So I won't sit here and say that this connection has not been beautiful. It has been, okay? There's been a very strong love here, but we're not here to talk about love. We're here to talk about the lessons between the two of you. Okay. And if you are still in union with this person and you're putting up with this deceptive energy, you know just as well as I do that nothing will ever work out under lies. Okay. So when there are lies in the connection, nothing ever works out. What progression have you ever seen in a connection where there's lies being told and it actually works out? There's none. Because when there are lies in the connection, when the relationship is founded on lies, nothing truly goes well throughout the entirety of the connection, and that's what we're seeing here. Now, many of you are no longer in this connection, and true enough, you might have already answered for lying as much as you did throughout the connection, and it could have been that these lies could have been very minor for some of you. I'm reading some karmic interference possibly on your side of the connection here. Let's go ahead and pull the Moon Tarot to get a little bit more information here, because we have one side of you coming out as being insecure and just kind of codependent, and then we have the other side of you being very controlling and having a tendency not to tell the truth. So a lot of manipulative energy on your side of things here. And these particular readings have a tendency to hold both counties of parties. I need to talk correctly. These readings are holding both parties accountable for their actions, okay? So this is not a reading to bash the other person. Both of you are going to catch the heat and be held accountable. Okay, we have something falling out here. We have two things falling out. We have the first one that says work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. The second one says the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So what this is telling me is that many of you are no longer in this connection, but are still carrying karmic cycles from this connection. We have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. What did I just say? Yes. So with this step out of your comfort zone, North Node represents the future. Where are you going? Where are you headed to? Okay. So a lot of you are stuck in the past as it relates to this connection. If you are still in this connection, okay, where you're still stuck in this whole codependency here, where you're still depending very heavily on other people to provide, okay, the lesson that you should be seeking is independence, okay? How can I become more independent in this connection so that I'm not so dependent on this person, okay? Because this person seems very toxic. I'm just going to be very honest, okay? These readings are all about honesty. I'm not biting my tongue, okay? There's a lot of toxicity as it relates to one of you, okay? And then the other one of you doesn't seem to want to be independent enough, okay? You seem to be very dependent on the other. And then there's also the thing here with waiting. What are you waiting on if this person's told lies? If this person has already proven themselves to be a liar, why are you still waiting on them? Okay. And so for those of you where this connection is no longer here, I have something to say to you too, even if you're not in this connection anymore. Okay. This deceptive energy has to stop somewhere. Okay. You cannot continue to carry this deceptive energy every relationship that you go through. You have to at some point face yourself. Okay. Face your lies, because you didn't leave it in the past, because otherwise this card wouldn't be coming out. Okay, so one of you that I'm speaking to is still carrying this deceptive energy in your life. Okay, and that's not okay to do, because you will not progress as long as you continue to lie to yourself and others. Now, we have this end of a tough cycle approaches. Like I said, most of you are no longer in this connection here. You know, this relationship could have shown you who you were, could have actually made you feel like you deserved more, because one of you are coming through is extremely toxic, extremely controlling. Okay, so it could be where the lesson in this is you had to learn your worth in this relationship. Okay, you had to learn to love self, and you had to learn your worth, because dealing with the controlling person was not easy and is not easy. If you're still in this connection and you're dealing with this controlling person or these lies, these manipulations, you need to get out. Okay, you need to walk away. And yes, it's going to be painful, but it's needed. It's going to grow you. It's going to mature you. It's going to make you better. It's going to make you more independent so that you don't actually need anybody else. Self-sufficiency. That is the lesson that's coming through for one of you, is self-sufficiency. Okay. The other lesson that's coming through is this false self mask here has to be left at the door. Okay. Every karmic cycle doesn't need this. At some point, we have to leave it. This card here, working through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, very, very telling information with this work through your fears, because for a lot of you, you know, your person or you, okay, but this is reading on your person's side. It could have been that they were fearful to step out and be on their own. And being on your own, I'm not talking about physically breaking up, okay? I'm talking about having a sense of independence, okay? Having a sense of goals for yourself. You could still be with somebody and not be dependent on someone, okay? And I'm sensing that some of you might have come out of this codependent phase with the end of this relationship, but the lesson is don't go back. Don't go back to a place of codependency out of fear, okay? Continue progressing through your life. You do not have to be fearful, okay, of what's ahead, because what's ahead is good, okay? What's ahead for you is promising. So, very painful lessons here as it comes and relates to independence, leaving the past in the past, the toleration of lies, okay? Leaving these lies and this deception in the past, because somebody in this connection, okay, whether that's you or your person, okay, has a very sneaky way of going about things in their connections. Could be that this connection should have taught you not to be so sneaky, not to be so conniving, not to be so deceptive, okay? And that is why you're not finding happiness, some of you, because of this deceptive energy, okay? And if this is not applying to you, then it's applying to your person. But yes, very strong, powerful lessons here. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. You cannot lie your way through life. You cannot deceive and lie your way through life. There's always going to be consequences for not keeping it real and for not being honest with yourself and others. Had the Six of Pentacles coming out on your side. The Ten of... Whew, these cards are falling out everywhere. Got the Ten of Pentacles coming out. Okay, so some of you are learning. Some of you learned this lesson. Got the Nine of Cups coming out. It grew you. It matured you. On your person's side, we got the High Priestess coming out. Got the Four of Pentacles coming out. What else do we have? We have the Two of Pentacles coming out. Okay, so with the lineup of all these cards, and I'm going to start on your side over here. A lot of you learned and or are learning that this deceptive energy will not get you far. Okay, a lot of you learned this throughout your cycles. After this connection ended, many of you learned that you have to leave this deceptive energy at the door. You have to come into a place of truth and stability. You know, we have a strong family base here. Could be some of you are now involved with someone that has children. Could be some of you want a family and you decided to leave these games in the past. I do see where some of you actually are learning and have learned this lesson as it relates to deception. We got this Nine of Cups energy. You wanting happiness. You wanting to move past this. I don't know why I'm feeling like that for many of you. This connection is no longer together. And this is probably the connection that taught you the most. On your person's side, we got the High Priestess coming out. This is intuition. This is knowing. This is maturity. I feel like it goes very well with this codependency reverse card coming out. I feel like with this could either be your energy or your person's energy coming out, where this independence has come in for them. They learn to grow up. They learn to start developing self-sufficiency for self. independence, taking care of what they have to take care of. So this relationship, you know, whether it's in union or whether it is actually separated, whether it's over, it grew both of you. And I'm seeing that despite all of the tough love I've had to show throughout this reading, it grew you. Okay. And I am seeing that. This is probably my first time seeing this in all the soul tie videos that I've done, where I'm actually seeing that both parties are learning from this connection, okay, or have learned from this connection. We got the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, but I'm still seeing on this side of the reading, okay, and this could be you or your person, coming out very strong for your person. As a result of this relationship or this connection, they're still very reserved, very to themselves, you know, wanting to give someone else a chance, but not necessarily able to give someone a chance. What's going to help with that is building self-confidence. Okay, understanding that this connection does not define you. Okay, the painful things that happen in this connection, okay, the control issues, dealing with somebody who wasn't always honest with you, wasn't always kind to you. This connection does not have to define you. Okay, it's what you do with the connection that is actually going to be important. And the main lesson in this connection for this side of the reading is coming into your own self-sufficiency, building your own independence, loving yourself, understanding that this connection does not define who you are. Okay, very powerful soul lessons here. But I do feel that if you're no longer with this person and this relationship is over, maybe you had this relationship earlier in life, I feel that both of you have grown from this. Okay. And I feel that with that reconciliation card coming out, I feel that even though some of you may not still be in union with one another, I feel like you might actually be friends. You might actually still be in contact with each other as platonic friends. With this reconciliation card coming in here, maybe you guys were able to apologize, you know, kind of mend some things, mend some misunderstandings here. You know, like I said, this is the first reading I've done thus far where it's like both parties have taken accountability for their role in the ending of this connection, and that shows personal growth. Let's pull some advice, because there's still a select few of you that are actually still in this connection. And if you are still in this connection and you're still dealing with this deceptive energy, why are you still waiting? Because there's no reason you should still be waiting on someone to decide to be truthful with you. So what advice do we have for those that are actually still in union with their person? We have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So you know what this tells us here? For those of you who are still in a connection with this person, okay, and you've been in this connection for a while, all right, understand that with this deception card coming out, okay, this person's not going to change. Okay, if they haven't changed already at this point, then it's frivolous to be waiting for them. Okay, because you are blocking a newer connection from coming into your life by continuing to entertain this deceptive energy. Okay, if they broke your trust once, they'll break it again. Okay, so you have to make the conscious decision whether or not you want to continue dealing with this deceptive energy. Okay, because you have something new that actually wants to come in for you, but it's unable to come in because you're still entertaining lies, deception, control issues. Love yourself enough to walk away so that you can welcome something new into your life. That's the real lessons. Okay, for those of you who are still connected to this person, love yourself enough to walk away from the lies. Okay, those are your messages, Pisces and Virgo. I know that this reading has been tough. None of these readings are going to be easy. Thank you for sitting through it. Comment below and let me know if this resonated. And you guys take care, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.